This is your daily briefing and you're most welcome to it. Matt Law galore. Telegraph lad tells us that Lucas Moura could be said to join Everton if Richarlison moves the other way. But he then goes on to add that Tottenham have got nowhere near Everton's valuation of Richarlison. I don't care for the player. I don't like his character. It just something about this deal doesn't quite fit right with me. Doesn't sit right. And also the idea, please, Everton. You'd have Harry Winks, Dele Alli, Lucas Moura. The Everton stands would be full of Generation X Spurs fans mopping their little weepy eyes, wouldn't it? But yeah, he's a lot of money. Maybe it's a combination of Levy and the journalists that people are just throwing the old guano at the wall and hoping something sticks. But I find these sort of part exchange deals, they very rarely happen. Gareth Bale is off to the MLS to fulfil his dreams, and Ben Davies got married, as did Ryan Mason.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
Japhet Tanganga is expected to stay at Spurs this season. That's coming from a number of people. Hopefully he gets his act together. Went off the boil really horribly. There was something, his attitude, his head didn't appear to be in the right place, and he was a bit sort of, bordering on assaulting people at one stage. What's going on at Hotspur Way? Is it a spa retreat or is it a factory for producing top flight footballers? My fear is it's the former. This is doing the rounds. Bundesliga player we've been linked with, Red Bull Leipzig. Josko Gvardiol has been targeted by Tottenham. The Spurs have taken information from the German club. It's said in one of these places, 20-year-old Croatian under contract until 2026. I have to say this is ball-achingly ambitious. 30 million euros for the lad. Doesn't look outstanding. I did a quick check on the old scouting tools. Doesn't feature in the top 30 categories or disciplines for defenders in the Bundesliga. It doesn't feature in any of them. And then, you've got 30 million, and then they're going to want compensation for the remaining 4 years on his contract. Ben Davies doesn't appear to be in any trouble yet. Michael Bridge, always good value. Sky Sports understand. He says here the North London transfer tug of war is always entertaining. It gets clicks, views, etc. But for clarity, and goes on to say that Spurs were never in for Gabriel Jesus. Always Arsenal's top target from the start of the summer. Good fit for them, I'm sure. Yeah, he is. I think he was too big a boots for Spurs. If they're looking for a backup for Harry Kane, I think that search is going to go on and perhaps never ever be concluded. An important meeting took place between agent Giuseppe Rizzo and sporting director Fabio Paratici. According to Mercato Web and Football Italia, Risa is the owner of GR Sports, an agency that represents clients such as Sandro Tonali, David Fratesi, Gianluca Mancini, Matteo Pessina and Brian Cristiante. Andrea Pettango is doing so well, and Nicolo Ravella, amongst others. Yeah, household names to a man. Not in this house. Yeah, well, that's what he does, isn't it? He wanders around speaking to people and phoning them up and having very small cups of coffee. Takvim, a Turkish media company, say that Tanguy Ndombele is poised to join Galatasaray on loan with an option to buy. Dreadful source. Now, as I've mentioned before, it's nothing personal, but it's just history has taught us this. These Turkish sides, they like to stay in the mix, like to keep linked with players, and they do tend to pop their sort of noses in. I've even known them to contact publications and say, we're interested, to keep them sort of in the frame. If it happens, fantastic. Just want him gone. Got to go. But where are they going to find the money for the wages? First choice Spurs target is Richarlison. David Ornstein for the Athletic. Yeah, thanks, mate. And here we go. Fabrizio Romano now for a little bit. Tottenham really interested in Rafinha. Close discussing terms with Leeds about a potential verbal proposal. This is, look, I'm not having a pop because he's Italian, but it's just appalling. I mean, he speaks fabulous English. Conte's a big fan of the player. Understand it is a really competitive race. Still no official bid from Tottenham for Jed Spence. And then Fabrizio follows up with Arsenal are leading the race for Rafinha. There's no agreement yet, but parties are in constant contact and continue to get closer. I can see that boy going to Arsenal, no two ways about it. I'd be stunned. And there's sources elsewhere, slightly further down the food chain. No disrespect again, but it's like names that you haven't heard of, like these characters from the Athletic and so forth. And the suggestion is that the offer on the table for Leeds is 55 million plus 15 million in add-ons for the Leeds lad. And it's not Barcelona, which means it's probably Arsenal. And to leave you with this, Tottenham have knocked, and this is from Sport in Spain, Tottenham have knocked on Yannick Carrasco's door with the possibility of changing his mind from staying at Atletico this summer. €60 million release clause. I tell you what, that 100 million they've downloaded, allegedly, that's not going to go very far, folks. War chest, my arse. That's it for now. Good luck. Keep it Tottenham.